nothing in this world that's stopping me. I'm balling, they pay me attention. Going up, hydraulic suspension. You don't want this.
Welcome to the 2023 Alliance All-Star Announcement Show. I'm Jami Lobpries. I'm the CEO of the Alliance Fastpitch, and I'm so excited to unveil the 40 high school seniors who will compete in our third annual Alliance All-Star Game powered by Under Armour. For the first time, we thought it'd be a lot of fun to put together this announcement show to really honor these athletes, talk a little bit about their experience, and also understand how they were selected.
My favorite thing overall is just being here. I am just really blessed with this opportunity. Whenever I got the call saying I was here, I was really excited. I'm just super happy that I got to be part of this team. I'm really glad I got to know all these girls. All the girls were like amazing on the national team. I just had a lot of fun. I'm really happy I got to do this.
The Alliance All-Star Game powered by Under Armour is our pinnacle individual event for Alliance athletes. Through a thorough selection process that really starts the junior year, we have a selection committee that narrows a list down to 40 high school seniors. We hosted our inaugural game in 2021 in our first ever Alliance Fastpitch season. That game was played at USA Softball Hall of Fame Stadium, home of the Women's College World Series, in front of about 3,000 fans who were there in town for the 16U, 18U Alliance Fastpitch Championship Series, and over 40,000 viewers, live viewers on ESPNU. That game had all the dramatics. It was a 10-9 game won by the national team. It got crazy all the way up until the 7th inning. The American team almost made a comeback, but we saw 5 home runs. Shout out to the official bat that year, the Louisville Slugger Meta. We had home runs from Sydney Sanders, who went on to win Pac-12 Freshman of the Year at Arizona State, Bree Ellis, who went on to win SEC Freshman of the Year at Auburn, and a perfect 3-up, 3-down, 3-strikeout inning from Emma Lemley, who went on to win ACC Freshman of the Year at Virginia Tech. In 2022, the All-Star Game was moved to day 0, the night before the AFCS competition got started. The game was played at Kokomo Municipal Stadium in Kokomo, Indiana, again in front of about 3,000 fans and a national TV audience of just over 40,000 on ESPNU. It was the American team that won it in 2022, winning 4-0 in really what became a pitcher's duel that featured pitchers like Nyjah Kennedy, who's having a great freshman year at Stanford, Sydney Berzon, who's having a great freshman campaign at LSU, and Hannah Kamazin, again, another freshman stud at Arkansas. It was Alexis Ramirez who was named MVP with 1 home run and 3 RBIs in that game. Alexis is now at UCLA. 11 of those athletes from the 2022 All-Star Game were just named top 25 finalists for Freshman of the Year. A really phenomenal group of athletes there in both seasons, and we expect nothing less in 2023. So as I mentioned, the All-Stars are selected by an All-Star committee. It all starts with a national list of seniors that we release in the fall. The committee then narrows it down to league All-Star teams for all 8 of our member leagues. And then finally, the top 40 seniors are selected for that final All-Star team, taking into consideration league representation, as well as their primary positions. The committee has representation from all 8 of our member leagues, which we thought was really important so that we're covering the entire country, and every region is represented from a voice on that All-Star committee. And it's spearheaded by Derek Allister, the founder of On Deck Softball, and I think the leader in softball scouting. Let's hear from Derek about the selection committee and the process of selecting our Alliance All-Stars.
All-Star committee, it's made up of a great group of people. And what we do is we simply compile a watch list. And from that watch list, we go league by league and take what we call the no-brainers, the kids who receive all the votes. And then we start searching around for those other kids. The committee members are super people who really have the best interest of the game at heart. It's amazing how often I will say to Jazz or Ryan or Kevin or Jim, hey, one of your kids is better than you're giving them credit for. And so I think it's a very fair, it's as fair and impartial as it could ever be.
Now let's meet the 2023 Alliance American team. Kiara Goose, a pitcher from the Alliance Fastpitch, signed to South Dakota State. Tegan Caven, a pitcher from the Iowa Premier, signed to Texas. Ryan Maddox, a pitcher from the Orange County Batbusters, signed to Arizona. Kelly Colleran, a pitcher from the Polar Crush, signed to Boston University. Ava Venturelli, an outfielder from the Louisville Lady Sluggers, signed to the University of Louisville. Delaney Sullivan, an outfielder from the Louisville Lady Sluggers, signed to Kentucky. Janisa Conway, an outfielder from Sorcerer, signed to Michigan. Caden Henry, an outfielder from the Texas Bombers, signed to Texas. Caitlin Cornwell, an outfielder from the Virginia Glory, signed to Maryland. Emma Jackson, an outfielder from the Warrior Academy, signed to Boston College. Lottie Landmesser, an infielder from the East Cobb Bullets, signed to Ohio State. Madison Manning, an infielder from the Louisiana Bombers, signed to LSU. Jade Berry, an infielder from the Orange County Batbusters, signed to Stanford. Tori Edwards, an infielder from the Texas Glory, signed to LSU. Alyssa Hovermel, an infielder from the Athletics Mercado, signed to Florida. Allie Hutchins, an infielder from the Fury Platinum, signed to Kentucky. Reagan Shockey, an infielder from the Orange County Batbusters, signed to Arizona. Addison Mettler, a catcher from the Firecrackers Rico, signed to UCLA. Jaden Glab, a catcher from the Iowa Premier, signed to Washington. Emma Ray, a catcher from the Midwest Speed, signed to Northwestern. Now let's meet the 2023 Alliance National Team. Taylor Spencer, a pitcher from the Corona Angels, signed to Oregon. Sydney Peters, a pitcher from the Impact Gold, signed to Washington. Brooke Gray, a pitcher for the Louisville Lady Sluggers, signed to the University of Louisville. Lexi Wardicke, a pitcher from the Texas Bombers, signed to Baylor. Tia Warsop, an outfielder from the Texas Glory, signed to Oklahoma State. Brooke Carey, an outfielder for the Colorado Batbusters, signed to Campbell. Ayanna Shaw, an outfielder from the Corona Angels, signed to Oregon. Kennedy Harp, an outfielder for the Mojo Lunsford, signed to Florida State. Ella Stevenson, an outfielder for Turn 2, signed to Michigan. Christina Williamson, an outfielder from the Virginia Glory, signed to Notre Dame. Ella Parker, an infielder from the Orange County Batbusters, signed to Oklahoma. Emory Donaldson, an infielder from the Fury Platinum, signed to Kentucky. MAKENNA Mitchell, an infielder for the Impact Gold, signed to Texas Tech. Olivia Brandstetter, an infielder from the Alliance Fastpitch, signed to South Alabama. Maya Perez, an infielder for the Athletics Mercado, signed to Texas A&M. Char Lorenz, an infielder for the Louisville Lady Sluggers, signed to the University of Louisville. Reagan Jones, an infielder for the Texas Bombers, signed to Texas A&M. Ava Lunsford, an infielder for the Mojo Lunsford, signed to Western Kentucky. Maddie Knowles, a catcher for the AI Bandits, signed to Iowa State. Jasmine Burns, a catcher for the Athletics Mercado, signed to Ohio State. And Brazy Rosa, a catcher for the Firecrackers Brashear, signed to the University of Oregon. So now that we've met our team of All-Stars, what can they expect? This year, the 16U and 18U AFCS and our All-Star game will move west to Orange County, California. The game will be played on Sunday, July 23rd at Cal State Fullerton. But first, the athletes actually go through our version of Media Day and a testing day where we get photos, videos, interviews, data, metrics on all of these top players that we then use in the All-Star game production. And that's become a really fun day. It's one of the first times that these athletes who have been competing against each other for years actually get to hang out in a really fun environment. The families are there, they get to meet each other.
We are at Media Day for the Alliance All-Star Game. All these chicas, national versus American.
They begin to get introduced to the different sponsors and partners of not only the All-Star game, but also the Alliance.
I've been trying to look at the bags to see what's in the bags. And we got some like speakers.
Same. I don't want to open it because when I open it, I'm not going to be able to stop digging.
It also gets a little competitive.
Yes, Nyjah. Okay, we'll state your full name.
Nyjah Kennedy.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
Topeka, Kansas.
Where are you going to school?
Stanford.
Stanford.
As they're doing some of the testing too, but really a fun day that we implemented last year, and a really great opportunity for these All-Stars to just get to know each other before they take the field and before they compete against each other in the AFCS. So this year, the All-Stars will actually meet at the Los Angeles Dodgers Training Academy, which will be a really cool experience. That's through our partnership with EL1. The day of the All-Star game is super fun for the athletes. Under Armour has been a tremendous partner. They really believe in giving these female athletes the red carpet treatment that they deserve and that the male athletes are getting as well. So our All-Stars, they'll arrive at their locker room, they'll get their gear. It's really fun to kind of that unveiling. They'll get all prepped and glammed up for the game, and then they'll take the field where the American team will take on the national team. Once again, we'll have a packed house, I would expect, watching these All-Stars take the field. And this game and experience for our athletes, it's really not possible without the support of our sponsors who share the same core values of the Alliance Fastpitch and that vision of just putting the athlete first and giving her the best experience possible. So thank you to Under Armour, who is the official apparel and footwear provider of the All-Star Game. Truly appreciative of what you do for our athletes and the experience that you provide them. Thank you to Wilson. This year, DeMarini will be the official bat of the All-Star Game, so all athletes will be swinging the DeMarini bat. And to On Deck Softball, our preferred scouting partner, for their continued support of the Alliance Fastpitch and for overseeing this process of actually naming our Alliance All-Stars. Congratulations to our 2023 All-Star class. We cannot wait to meet you in California this July, and we cannot wait to watch you take the field in the 2023 Alliance All-Star Game powered by Under Armour.
Yeah, it's like that, she got good dimensions. I'm balling, they pay me attention. Going